think tattoos are a nice way to it's a nice means of self-expression. So I don't have any personal problem with tattoos, but I understand how some Asian cultures could have a really backwards perception of tattoos.
For me, tattoo is just like how a person express themselves, and instead of just like saying what you think or doing what you want to do, it's just like they mark on their body, just like a piercing. And I don't really think it's like a big deal for people. Yeah, for Asian countries.
Well, I personally don't have any issue with people with tattoos, but I do understand that it's quite a taboo amongst a lot of people, and not everyone will accept it. But me as an individual, I'm pretty okay with it. I more look at the design of the tattoo rather than what they've done with their body. So yeah.
I think tattoos are really cool. I would perceive them as a form of art that you're putting on your body. So your body is the canvas, and it takes a lot of commitment, but I think it's a really cool thing.
I know a lot of people around my age who have tattoos. My big sister has like two tattoos, both of which she dedicates to our grandmothers. So I think tattoos are very meaningful. Like they can definitely have potential to be meaningful. Not every tattoo is meaningful.
Tattoos.
I've known quite a lot of people with tattoos. I've even like dated a few people with tattoos, so it doesn't really phase me at all. Like I treat everyone just the same. So
I think there's a lot of people around my age, even if around my age or like in my circle, have tattoo, and there are some with meanings and some don't. But yeah, quite a lot of them.
Yes, some of my friends have tattoos. Some of them hide it, some of them don't. But yeah, just mainly friends.
I think they're becoming more accepting and more open to getting tattoos in my country, yeah, definitely. And we have a lot of talented artists, so I feel like just going through my Instagram following list, I can see a lot of people with really cool tattoos.
Well, if I was 18, I would say no, because in high school, like teenagers in high school, they don't really get any tattoo because they're still under their parents' control. But after, like right after they graduate high school, they start getting tattoo. And yeah, after that, I know a lot of my friends who get tattoos.
Common stereotypes. Maybe the fact that they're very immature and they haven't like thought through about getting the tattoos, like they're just in their youth. They want to rebel against their parents, against the stereotypes and cultural conventions. So they're getting tattoos to be rebellious instead of like wanting that, like thinking of the lifelong effects on their lives, like difficulties getting a job, because like if you get your tattoos on like a very exposed area, then that definitely would garner a lot of bad looks, especially from elders. And there's this long history associated with gang members getting tattoos. So a lot of people would just think that you're kind of like bullies on the streets or something when you have really big and very prominent tattoos, especially if you're a male.
There's just a lot of them, a lot of stereotypes. But I guess the most popular one would be like, oh, if you get tattoo, especially big tattoo, you would be like gangster and like bully people and everything like that. And also, people who get tattoo don't really take things seriously. I would say that's how I heard. Like some of my relative in Vietnam say that, like if you get tattooed, you would be like, oh, you're not a good kid or something like that.
yeah, my mom or like other people I've seen like would usually say tattoo like people with tattoos are like bad people have tattoos or like something's not right with people who permanently color their body. And I've heard like a lot of other stuff like that, but it's up to their own personal interpretation, and I personally don't agree with a lot of what people say.
That they are from gangs, or that they do it when they're drunk, or there are people that don't take themselves seriously or don't care about their future, especially job prospect wise.
I think I would want to keep my parents happy, not because I'm afraid of them. It's more because I care about their like emotional well-being, like how they feel about me. And I know like a friend of mine, she got a lot of piercings and tattoos, and when her mom comes to visit, she has to like hide all of that because like if her mom just even finds out that she has like a second piercing or something, then her mom would be very saddened and think that she hasn't like raised her kid very well. So I think yeah, a lot of parents like it's very serious for them when their kids get a tattoo without parental permission. So if my parents were really, really against tattoos, then I would not get tattoos if I feel like I could make them happy. But they're not, so. Agree with my parents if they were against my tattoos? Yes, I just explained. Because I feel like maintaining my relationship with the people that I care about is more important than like expressing myself.
Like from my personal perspective, I would say yes, because my parents are not really strict parents, and I had this experience before with piercing. When I got my second piercing, they were like, "Oh, I don't like that," and I expect you to not do it again. But then now I got like 7 of them. So even if I get a tattoo, I don't think it would be a big deal for them anyway.
Definitely. Like, it's their decision, it's their body. And I think that even if you're doing it very spontaneously, as soon as you get on like the tattoo table, it's becoming very real. Like you recognize that this is something that's going to be on your body for the rest of your life, unless you're very rich and want to go through the pains of removing your tattoo. But yeah, like it has a direct impact on the rest of their lives. So if they went through with it, then of course they have really thought it out, and that's their decision. So I respect that.
I do agree with them because in my culture, getting even if just getting piercing or tattoo, it would be quite a big deal. Um, but even if I agree with them, it doesn't mean that I wouldn't do it.
Ooh, yes. Since my sister has like these really cute tattoos that honor our grandmother, one is like my paternal grandmother's like favorite flower, and the other one is just like this ball of what is it? Yarn because my maternal grandmother likes to knit. So those are very cute tattoos, and even though my grandmothers were very against like tattoos before that, they also like depended on the stereotypes about youngsters being rebellious and wanting to just prove something. So they weren't very accepting of tattoos, but then she showed them the ones that she got in their honor, and then she explained why she got them, and both of them were very happy on the inside. On the outside, they're still like,
I would get a tattoo, but only if it's something very significant in my life. Like, if I were to finish writing my book, I would put a small, a small piece of my characters for my books on my shoulder.
I would. I would consider it. So no one in my immediate family has a tattoo, so I would be like a first. But I would like to get something that's like minimalistic but means something meaningful. Yeah.
Yeah, I did think about it as well, and I mean, if I if getting a tattoo is a reason to not employ me, then that's not a suitable environment for me to work anyway.